Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Baseball comes your way on a Wednesday afternoon. It's the San Francisco Giants taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, first pitch coming up. And today's starting pitcher, Aaron Nola. What's the word on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Nola fires. And that one is inside.
It's always fun watching Nola pitch. He's one of the best pitchers in the league because he knows how to control a baseball. He's got excellent command of his pitches, which keeps his walk rate low and helps keep him out of trouble.
And a ball evens the count. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
Willie Adames stands in. That one missed. Adames playing up the middle at short, batting second in today's lineup, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. 1 out, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. That one the other way, puts it away for the out. Here's the Giants lineup. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Jung-Hoo Lee in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Two out, space is empty. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Schwarber in pursuit. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 0-0. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. And our pitcher in this game, Robbie Ray. What do we have on him?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Bottom of the first. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner. That one not close. And that's ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And that one is downstairs. And the count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Hauls it in, and there's one away. And time now for the Phillies lineup. In the 6th spot for them in this one, Alec Bohm.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
Bryce Harper in the box now. No balls and a strike. That's to third and foul ball.
Ball 1.
Swings and misses. Slider got him for strike 3.
Oh, that slider was way out of the zone. And for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And another ball. Two down, nobody on. Up and in, ball 4.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball, that's just out.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
At the belt and fires. And he takes a strike.
2-1.
Schwarber leads off first with 2 down to the inning. A little out front there as he swings through it.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
2 outs. And he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw. The throw comes in too late, and the defense comes away with nothing. And now it is JT Realmuto. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. First pitch, and he just misses. Two on, 2 outs. And that is out of play. There's a strike. 2 on, 2 outs. And a curve is down and in.
That's a really good take.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And it remains 2-2.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
2-2 now. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Gets to it on the first. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. We played one here in Philadelphia, and there is no score at Citizens Bank Park. Top of the second. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Matt Chapman. Nola back to work. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Just missed.
Boog, our man Daryl Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Yeah, he's one of those umpires that I have to see make his call on a borderline pitch before I start making my call. Like you said, it's not always predictable, but it's pretty fair for the most part. This one popped up. Sosa makes the catch for the out.
Batting fifth, left fielder, Elliot Ramos.
Here's Elliot Ramos.
Let's go, Phillies!
And that one clips the corner. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A solo shot. His 4th home run of the season, and that gives him a lead. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
One down. And now the DH, Lamont Wade Jr. He swings and fouls one off. Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2 is the count.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. And they'll do it again.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
And look out, as that one ran in and got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Runner on at first with 1 gone. And now it's Wilmer Flores. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. And that one fouled off. Man at first, one away. That one finds the zone. 0-2.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Got him looking. Fastball at the letters, throws him for strike 3.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Wade, the runner at first with 2 gone. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That's off the inside corner, and that is ball 1.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 1-2. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
He was all over that one. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
So 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 2 aboard, 2 outs. That missed by a lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's inside.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Mike Yastrzemski waits to bat for the Giants. And they're all loaded up.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
So bases all loaded up. And digging in for San Francisco, Mike Yastrzemski. And that one upstairs. Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. On the ground to third. Boom. They limit the damage here. Giants off to a good start. It's a solo homer. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Bottom of the inning. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
That one fouled off. That misses. Now 1-2. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Edmundo Sosa in the box now. Takes strike one. Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the grab, one away.
Batting 8th, catcher, Rafael Marchand.
And here's the catcher, Rafael Marchand. First offering misses badly for ball one. And another ball.
2-0.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike
2
one.
balls, 1 strike.
One down. Phillies down a run. Fouls one off. 2-2. And delivers outside. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Yastrzemski pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Batting 9th, center fielder, Johan Rojas.
And now the center fielder, Johan Rojas. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. That one at the knees for a strike.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Line drive, and no one can get there. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So the Philly batting order turns over. And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Trey Turner. Fastball for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Boom on second. Rojas at first. 2 out of the inning. In the air, right side. Yastrzemski brings it in. That is the inning. Phillies leave a couple. They're down 1-0. Top half of the third inning, and digging in for San Francisco, Willy Adames. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A gigantic blast. And they add on. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Here's the center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. Now a check swing, but he held up.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And there's a ball. Nola, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
The throw into second. He's in there.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Matt Chapman up to the plate now. First pitch just misses. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
No, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Runner at second, nobody out. Chapman gets a piece there. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Liner, and this could be trouble. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. He's already homered in this game. In the dirt. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. on the ground. Turner throws to first in time and one away in the top of the third.
Now batting, designated hitter Lamont Wade Jr.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr. And a foul ball. Still only one out here in the inning. Pickoff move to second. Chapman back in on a dive. Oh, that plunked him. And that's now twice he's been hitting this one. Wilmer Flores, the next Giant to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And there's a foul ball. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-1. Action in the pen down there. Christopher Sanchez preparing to come on if needed. Alvarado, the power lefty, up as well. Chapman, the lead runner at second. Wade over at first with one away. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. Doubled his first time up. And a breaking ball misses outside. Two outs. Swing and a miss.
1-1.
Swings and misses. That is strike 2.
2 strikes.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Giants 3 and the Phillies nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Bryce Harper.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
Fastball for a strike.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Line drive, caught.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Schwarber, the next to hit, takes outside. Way high.
2 balls, no strikes.
Foul ball there. One down, base is empty. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. Say goodbye to that one. And they inch closer. It's 3-1.
That's a great way to fire up this crowd. good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
One out, base is empty. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Next pitch is downstairs. Ray, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
One run across in the frame so far here in the last half of the third. That's outside. And now 3-1. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter J.T.
And up to the plate is J.T. Realmuto. 0 for 1 so far. And that one upstairs, ball one. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Bailey gathers, throws to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. It's now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Start of the fourth, and digging in for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald goes 6'1", 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2019. And first offering is fouled off. Fitzgerald started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and yes, he offered at it. Fly ball center field. Sosa on his way over and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
So the batting order turns over. Mike Yastrzemski up here. Rips that one to right. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Shortstop, Willie Adames.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Willie Adames. He's already homered here in this one. That's too low. And that's ball one.
Counts 1-0.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Castellanos moves on it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here comes Alec Boehm. In the dirt, 1-0. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Eric Miller, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Hicks getting cranked up as well. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count even 1-1. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. And here is Sosa to the plate. Popped out and fouled ground first time through. And that one fouled off. Runner at first with no outs here. And a swing and a miss there.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Going to count 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Line drive, base hit. Ramos hurries it back in, and it's now first and second to start the inning.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
First and second, no outs. And now the switch hitting catcher, Rafael Marchand. Not even close there. Ball one. First and second here, no outs. Swing and a foul out of play. One now. And that one is inside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Here comes the manager out of the Giants dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That'll do it for Robbie Ray. And it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. They go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, Lou Trevino.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Johan Rojas, the next to hit. Golden opportunity right here. Grounder might be two. The throw to second, to first, save. It's a fielder's choice and an RBI. Here's Trey Turner.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Double play ball to second. To Adames, that's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Here comes Bryce Harper. 0 for 2 in this one. Right down to shoot. 0-1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game. He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Next offering is down low.
1-1.
Two outs. That's towards center. Lee settles under it and makes the catch. And that will end the inning. They get two and draw even again. We're headed to the fifth. All tied up at 3 apiece. Back here in Philadelphia, ready now for the 5th inning. And digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. Nola back to work. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. And now the count is even. And that's a little high.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Just missed. Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Chapman, the next to hit, takes ball 1. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Outside low, and the count now 2-0.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here, or this could get ugly.
That one finds the corner, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Go ahead run on base. Elliot Ramos, the next Giant to hit. Nola throw to first.
No,
and he's back safely. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. Chapman, the base runner at first with 1 out. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
That's ball 3.
And there's the automatic. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. Flips it from the ground. That's 1. Back to first, and it's over his head. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Well, he hung in there at second to get the out, but the return throw to first was way offline, and I have to think the runner coming in the second had a part in that. You can't assume the double play, but because the batter moves up past first, he does get charged with the throwing error right there.
So here's Wade now. Outside corner, there's a strike. Fought off foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
0-2 now. And ball one. Man on second, 2 down. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back at Citizens Bank Park, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And digging in for Philadelphia, Kyle Schwarber. There's a strike.
0-1.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, Nick Castellanos. 1 for 2. And takes low for ball one. Just missed. Popped up. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Up next for the Phillies, designated hitter, JT.
It'll bring up JT Realmuto. And that one is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That's to third. Chapman. The throw to first. And Realmuto is out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 5 innings complete. All tied up at 3 apiece. Christopher Sanchez into the game. He's making his 4th appearance of the season.
Pitching for the Phillies, number 61, Christopher Sanchez.
And digging in for San Francisco, Wilmer Flores, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Moving in the bullpen, Carlos Hernandez, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Ruiz also throwing. Here's the 0-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Ring him up, says Darryl Parker. That's a strikeout. Now it's going to be Patrick Bailey.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Yeah, big swing and a miss. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. And up next for the Giants, Tyler Fitzgerald. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. And that's outside.
That's a ball.
And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the sixth. 3 up, 3 down that time. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the sixth. All tied up at 3 apiece. And we're back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton in the booth. And leading off the bottom of the sixth, Alec Bohm. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Activity in the bullpen. Camilo Doval appears to be getting loose. Bivens also getting ready.
Nope, that's inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The other way, Flores. He steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down. And now for the Phillies, Edmundo Sosa. Ball 1 there.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
There's a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Liner snagged at first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Rafael Marchand digs in now. First pitch misses. And a swing and a miss.
I got 1 ball, 1
2
strike.
down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Ramos flashes the leather on the running catch. 6 innings are in the books. Score holds at 3-3. Top of inning number 7, Mike Yastrzemski, the second MLB Yaz, steps in. Sanchez, the lefty who lights up the radar gun. He features a sinker, a changeup, a slider, and occasionally uses a cutter. Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Whips it to first. 1 up, 1 down. And up next for San Francisco, Willy Adames. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Here's the pitch to Adames.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right through there, got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Lee stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-0. Two outs. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And that's downstairs and outside. (3-1) and he couldn't come up with it.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
And that misses. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's down and in. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And now first and second with 2 outs. And the throw's offline, safe at third. And he's going to make it up to second base as that's a 2-base error.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Elliot Ramos to the plate now with a chance. So with second and third occupied, they go for the intentional walk. Base is now loaded, and there's a force at every base. Lamont Wade Jr., the next Giant to hit.
Boog, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded.
On the ground to third. in plenty of time to first. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. So they get out of the bases loaded jam without any damage, and that does it for the inning. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. All tied up at 3 apiece. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Camilo Doval.
Camilo Doval.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas.
Center fielder, Johan Rojas.
That misses the zone. Ball 1. That to right. And it falls. A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Trey Turner at the plate. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. And the slider just misses.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Runner takes off. Cut out and missed. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. And that is out of play. Got him! One gone here.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Here's Harper now, and fouled off. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Man at second. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Just misses there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Just off the inside edge.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with this speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Stays alive. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. He's under it. Puts it away for the out.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and That's what caused him to pop it up.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position, and Kyle Schwarber will come up.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swing and a miss.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
2 down, go ahead run in scoring position. And now 1 and 2. Man on second, 2 down. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Carlos Hernandez.
For the Phillies, it is foul. Carlos Hernandez.
Digging in, Wilmer Flores.
First baseman, Wilmer Flores.
That clips a corner. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jordan Romano getting loose out there. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-1. And that one fouled off. That one
Ball
missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Next pitch downstairs, and it's a full count. Patrick Bailey in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff dive.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey. Bunting, but that's a foul ball. And a sac bunt here. Feeds to second, out there. Over to first, safe. Now it's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald. Ground ball could be 2. There's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Check on the runner, and he dives back in safely. Pitch misses, and that is ball 1. Gets him to chase after that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Sets him down looking. Strike 3 called and a slider at the knees. So the Giants leave 1. So no change in the score. It's 3-3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Spencer Bivens. Nick Castellanos getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
So a change being made at first base. Coming in as the pinch runner, Bryson Stott. Here's JT Realmuto. Fouled off down the right side.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Now the go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late.
And now it's Alec Bohm. Tap foul at the plate. And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. Late swing fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Go ahead run at second. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Caught him looking for the K. Now Edmundo Sosa.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Stop over at second. Realmuto at first. 1 gone.
Ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
1-1.
Gets the outside corner with that one.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
2-2 to count.
Squirts away a little bit, but no advance from the runners. That's inside.
2 strikes.
And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boo. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So bases loaded with one away. Rafael Marchand stands in for the Phillies. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Tough situation
0-1.
right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
No ball,
In the
2
infield at the
strikes.
corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Going 2 now. Next offering misses down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So they're all loaded up. Gets a piece and stays alive. Comebacker could be 2. Slings to second, over to first. That's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Now into the ball game on defense, Max Kepler. He takes over in right.
Number 17.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Adames.
Shortstop, Willie Adames.
Hernandez back to work. That's a little bit low. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
That one misses, and the count's even at 2.
Just trying to protect, keep the at-bat alive.
Got him! And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. And digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. That's in there. Strike one. And that's in the dirt.
1 strike.
Now fly ball to right center. Holds it in on the run. And there are 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Chapman, the next to hit, takes outside.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Next one misses, and that's ball 3. Elliot Ramos would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
High fly ball, right field. Kepler sizes this one up, hauls it in to end the inning. Nothing across here this half, and 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the 9th. All tied up at 3 apiece. Bottom of the 9th, and now Johan Rojas. First pitch, not close. Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Tyler Rogers getting ready to come in for Bob Melvin. Walker, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. And that's in for a strike. And a count 1-1.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
No, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Turner in the box now. Takes strike 1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Pitch is in the dirt, and a count 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. So Trey goes down on strikes. Here's Bryce Harper, known for his late inning heroics. Fouled off to the right. Outside low, and 1-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. Down quickly go the Phillies. Score remains tied at 3. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Jordan Romano. Elliot Ramos now at the plate. Singy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
0-1's the count.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
In the air, center field. And there's one away. Next is the designated hitter, Lamont Wade Jr. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Inside, almost got him. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in extra innings. The next offering misses. 2-1. Ground ball to Bohm. Sends it across to first. 2 gone. Wilmer Flores, the next Giant to hit. Swinging a foul out of play. 2 down, go ahead run in scoring position, and here in extra innings. And 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Got him looking. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back here in extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning, Tyler Rogers. He's been so good against lefty. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Man at second, nobody out. And Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
Sends it to Flores. And here in the 10th, the leadoff man is out. Max Kepler at the plate, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here.
Yeah, I think part of that goes into it's just so hard to come up with hits. In today's game, starters don't go deep, and so hitters are seeing multiple pitchers every night, and that makes it more challenging just to come up with a single.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
The winning run on second base. To third, Chapman. Slings it across, 2 out.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Here comes Real Muto. In there at the knees, and that is strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Winning run stands at second. Next offering is outside.
2 strikes.
That misses, and the count is even 2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Not close with that one, and now 3-2. Alec Bohm in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Winning run and scoring position with 2 away. Swing and a miss, struck him out. No runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left. We push on to the 11th. All tied up at 3 apiece. And welcome back to the ballpark. 11th inning set to get underway. Now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey. That one well upstairs. 1-0. Man at second. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. And there's a ball. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Phillies fans want a strikeout. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Well, that was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
Now a chance for Tyler Fitzgerald. Fought off foul.
One ball, two strikes.
In the dirt, but kept close. No movement. Now a ball and 2 strikes. And that just misses.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. We are in the 11th. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Mike Yastrzemski, the next Giant to hit. And that's way high. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that's too high. With the go-ahead run standing at second, and we're here at the top half of the 11th.
Ball 3.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Willie Adames in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that's in for a strike. Two outs. And that one fouled off. Struck him out looking. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. One left for San Francisco. Still tied 3-3. All set for the bottom of the 11th. Here's the 3rd baseman, Alec Bohm. Late swing, fouled off. A little bit low.
Ball 1.
And a count 1-2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. And digging in for Philadelphia, Edmundo Sosa. Line drive, base hit. Throw comes in quickly, and the winning run at third now with only one gone. So they hold the runner at third, wanting to play it safe. Think that comes back to bite him?
Boy, it's hard to say. That runner on second to start extras is critical, and you want to make sure you don't waste him. If they don't score this inning, there'll be some second guessing for sure.
2 on, 1 out. Here's the catcher, Rafael Marchand. Just missed.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
1 down, and the winning run at third. That one hit to right. And that's a foul ball. Next pitch inside, 2-1. Just missed.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. It's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Struck him out looking.
I don't know what he's looking for right there. You have to be ready to swing the bat. You can walk it off if you're just a little more aggressive.
And now the center fielder, Johan Rojas. First pitch just misses.
Sometimes pitchers work them backwards, starting with the breaking ball, but it's a tricky approach. He almost wants to bait you out there to throw that stuff to start the at-bat.
Hit into right center. In comes the winning run, and the Phillies walk it off in the 11th.
Well, you come to the ballpark hoping you'll see something special that day, whether you're a player or a fan. A walk-off win, nobody forgets that. A memorable moment that'll be logged in the backs of the minds of everybody that witnessed this here today.
Three, our final score. The Phillies hang on to win it. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.